Hi, it's Molly and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. It is all about how I changed my concealer from my 20s into my mid to late 30s. I used to have some holy grail products and techniques that just stopped working for me. They stopped being as flattering as they could be. So I wanted to share my new technique with you guys. Also, I want to just say quickly that I am not making fun of anyone else's makeup. I think a lot of those young YouTubers in their 20s look absolutely beautiful, both in the tutorial and in real life. People I've met at events, I always think, my gosh, they look so flawless. So this is just sharing the changes I've made as I've gotten some fine lines around my eyes, etc. And the second thing I want to say is that I don't think aging is terrible. I wake up every single day and I am so happy to be here. And so I just want more and more and more of that. With that being said, I just still obviously want to look my best. And for me, I like to look bright and dewy. So that is what we are going to focus on in this tutorial. Let's get started because it is going to be detailed. I want to give you all of my secrets. One of the biggest differences that I've made is that I now use a tool before I do any concealer. So I will use either a Jade roller for lymphatic drainage or this new tool that I got called a ZIIP beauty device, which apparently in 3 to 6 months helps rebuild all your collagen. So I will do one of these. And then I will apply my eye cream. This is the DHC coenzyme Q10. There's a whole blog post about it. I am obsessed. And I really won't use any other eye cream now. If you feel like you need to, you can always use your blender to get your skincare pressed in. You can do your concealer before or after foundation. It really does not matter. I prepped my skin with the Becca Backlight Primer, and then I also use the Armani Luminous Silk. You can see how I have a little bit of purple right here, and I want to really make sure that these fine lines you can see while I'm smiling don't get super accentuated. There is a full video on how to use the Becca product, but I just take one dab, inner corner, and then pull it down. It always amazes me how illuminating this inner corner brightens the look of your eyes so much already. I feel like I use way less concealer with this product. And I just like to take my beauty blender and finish the look of it. Two of my favorite concealers are the Nars Radiant Creamy and also this new one that I just got from Surratt called the Perfectionist Concealer Palette. And it's 2 shades and a powder. I figured I'd show you one of each so you can see that this technique really, it's not as much about the product as it is the placement. So I'm going to zoom back in one more time. On this eye, we will do the Nars. That might actually even be too much. So I'm placing it all in this triangle. And then with the Surratt, I'm going to do a combination of these 2 shades. With cream products, you do want to go really, really light for that initial first layer. With cream products, I like to blend out with my finger, so I will blend everything in this triangle and really keep the product right here to brighten. And then with whatever is left on my fingers, which is barely anything, I'll start to pull it down on the side of my nose and out towards the corner of my eyes, but I'm not adding any product, it's just blending what I placed in this triangle. And now for the Nars, I will do the same thing. And really keep it in this triangle. Okey-doke. This is one of my most favorite tricks for concealer in your 30s. You're gonna take your setting spray. This is my Scandinavia, the makeup setting spray, and I do 2 sprays right into the tip of my Beauty Blender Pro. I squish it in so that it's not all sitting on the top. And then I set the outside first. And then I'll get at that inner corner. And by setting your concealer with a setting spray, you are going to use so much less powder. And you can see I'm just bouncing the sponge into my skin. I'm not dragging it at all. I bounce and lift, bounce and lift, bounce and lift. I just love this technique. And then I'm going to grab a tiny bit of powder. I love the Hourglass Veil. You just need the smallest amount, and we'll go right back over where we just did that concealer and setting spray. I'll show you with the Surratt because this one comes with a powder too. If there's areas where you feel like you might want to be brightened a little bit, you can grab your concealer, and the key here is to use just a tiny bit of product. You don't need a ton. Then I'll start to blend that out. And what you're trying to do is keep all of the focus brightening on the center of your face. See how that brightens everything up? You don't need to have a ton of concealer right here. As long as you brighten here and cover up your dark circles, you should be great. Okie doke, I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup and I will check back in and we can zoom in and see how it all looks once it's all set. All right, here is the finished look. I absolutely love this technique. I feel like it brightens exactly where I want my skin to be bright. I love it. I hope you guys do too. If you found the video helpful, give it a thumbs up. That helps other people find the video. Like, subscribe, and you can always go check out more on the blog It Girl Get Glamorous. There is so much information there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.